3, 2, 1, and welcome to episode 5 of Photo4me TV. We've got a special guest show tonight. We've got Colin Williams coming on the show. He's been a member of Photo4me now for 8 years. He's been very successful in that time as a member here. And I'm going to introduce you to the team. We've got Mike, who runs the day-to-day operations. We've got Mark, who looks after my members' success. We've got Dan, who runs the content and social media, and myself, I do the tech and marketing. So before we get right into the show, we're going to hand over to Mark.
So I think it's about time we introduce our weekly member guest this week, guys. So as John said, we got Colin Williams on. He's another member, but he's been a member of Photo4me for 8 years, which is absolutely massive. I'm sure he's seen all the ups and downs of the journey along the way. More importantly, he's sold over 250 images in those 8 years, which is huge. You know, he's got a diverse portfolio of landscapes, aviation animals, cityscapes and more. So we're going to chat to him a bit about his success, see if he's got any tips for you guys to take away. So let's go ahead and get Colin in.
Hi, Colin.
Yeah. How are you?
How are we doing? It's great to have you on.
Well, hello to you all.
Hi, Colin.
Hiya. Hi,
Hi, Colin.
Well, face to a name after all these years.
Wow.
Yes, Michael, your bloody email saying declined image.
Me.
Or customer care, read your recent file on Photo4me. They sort it out. But hey, hi.
I'll tell you what,
I was
Colin,
the one who uploaded the file.
Yeah.
Colin, before we start, you're a little bit quiet. Is there any chance we can get you turned up or lean a little bit closer to your
I'll
mic?
lean a bit closer, Dan.
Yeah, perfect.
Is that
Perfect.
better?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
That's a bit better, yeah.
So, Colin, you've been a member for 8 years. So why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about your background in photography, how you ended up in this podcast with us over your 8-year journey. Go ahead.
Right. Well, I first started photographing about, I think it's 1968 with my mum's camera. And in 1979, I bought my first SLR with a load of lenses. And the rest is history.
Lovely. So how did you go from
What
just
was the first camera? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What was the first camera? John would like to know.
What was the make?
Okay. A Praktica MTL3.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And I can sign at CSR, which is electrical.
Ah, very nice. So how did you go from just taking photos to actually start trying to sell your work?
Well, I was on a group called Web Shops, which a load of friends were on, and they suggested, well, just try selling them. So I started selling them in 2008.
Nice. How did that go? What was the first experience like from selling your work?
And it took me about 2 years to sell my first one, but once you get your first sale, the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, how did it feel when you got your first sale after 2 years?
Elated.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
I bet. I mean, patience is the key, right? It took you 2 years to get your first sale, which is great. You recently sold a photo of Ferry Bridge Power Station. You messaged me.
Oh, indeed, yes.
Yeah, do you want to tell us a bit about that image?
Right, I took that photograph in 2012 on a way back from Yorkshire down south. And last October, on the 13th, they blew the last 4 chimneys down.
Oh, wow.
And that went to a bar in West Yorkshire.
Right. Oh, it went to a bar.
A buyer in West Yorkshire.
Oh, a buyer.
buyer.
Sorry, I thought you said bar. Oh,
A
that's
buyer.
amazing.
Yeah.
You actually, I noticed you uploaded that image 4 years ago. Is that right?
Yeah,
The image that sold?
yeah. I took it a long time ago, but you go for your portfolio and you say, what can I upload? That was one to upload.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I mean, that's the perfect example, right? That patience is key. That's been sitting in your back catalogue of portfolios for 4 years, and it's just took the right person to come along and make that sale.
Well, you look at the comments. Someone said, my dad used to work there on the comments.
Yeah.
So that does kind of back up that sort of emotional connection to these images, then, doesn't it? Really.
Well, basically, if you go to Yorkshire on the A1M, the first thing you see is Ferry's Power Station.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, also it kind of gives you a historical sense too, because as you say, the towers, you know, they took down the towers, and you know, you wouldn't be able to drive along and see all the chimneys going now. It would just be those three. So, you know, the fact that you see
Those three left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
You've got some amazing pictures on the wall behind you as well.
Yes, most of them are signed by pilots or John Johnson.
Right.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
So aviation's obviously a key part of your photography as well. You have a keen interest in that. Have you sold many aviation pictures?
Yes, I have. It's the key to my portfolio, but you've got to be diverse and just, if aviation images don't sell, just diverse and try something else.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I had a look through your portfolio. You've got everything from airplanes to animals, so you're 100% right. Keep it diverse. So 250 images sold. That's no joke of a number. You know, that's
79 actually.
how many? Sorry,
I think it's 279 at the moment.
bloody hell,
279.
yes. So you're very close to that 300 mark. Hopefully, we'll get you there.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try. Good try.
How do you think that success come about? You know, are you active on your social media? You linking your portfolio to many of your friends and family?
Basically, I just go on Facebook groups and share my work with groups,
Right.
and see how the views go.
And how do they go? Do you get much feedback and engagement from that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Nice. So do you think that's directly affected your sales, getting your name out there to customers then?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's just a matter of getting your name out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely people that are searching for specific photographs and locations, and they come to the website. But if Photo4me is just a platform for selling your photographs, it's another way of advertising your work. So without you having to worry about any of the manufacturing or customer service, you can go out, take the photographs, and let that do the work for you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, our most successful members are the most proactive ones that are sharing their stuff, and Colin's a great example. I mean,
but luckily with my job, I can take photographs when I go to work.
All right. So do you do a lot of traveling then?
Yes, I'm a delivery driver for Ocado, a key worker.
Right.
Nice. So,
so if you see a sunset, you could grab it. That's fantastic.
I take the camera to work. So a lot of my latest stuff was taken about 2 months ago in lockdown in Durham.
Oh, cool.
Right.
That is cool.
Yeah,
amazing.
that's it. So I mean, that's the thing, is you finding good excuse to get out and about, even current times and stuff. I mean,
well, for instance, last night I delivered to Durham and did about 320 miles. Got back about 2:30 this morning.
oh wow, okay, that's a
Okay.
long shift.
That is a long shift, isn't it?
Yeah, still awake, but hey ho.
Yeah, that's good.
I suppose, seeing as you're proactive and you're almost at that 300 mark, you've been doing this for 8 years. What sort of expectations do you set on yourself for your sales? Because you see a lot of new sellers. I don't want to say getting frustrated, but you can tell they're really keen to make their first sale, and they might be wondering why they're not getting their first sale. How do you juggle your self expectations for selling your art?
Well, basically, I try and take photographs that people will like on their wall. I go out of my way to try and get that photograph and upload it and hope it sells.
So in terms of expectations, are you just uploading this for fun and letting it bubble away in the background, or are you setting goals for yourself or anything like that?
I set goals to myself. I sometimes have a phase where I'll try and take this photograph, that photograph.
Yeah.
I've even been known to drive a 500-mile round trip to an air show just to get one photograph.
Oh, commitment.
Wow.
That is a commitment. But of course, the other thing you're kind of saying there is, would you hang it on your wall as well? You know,
Yeah.
if you take a photograph yourself, and you think, well, I would definitely hang, if I had the space, I'd hang that on my wall. And I think that's a good barometer of whether or not somebody else might buy it. You know?
But the trouble is, John, I run out of space on the wall.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm loving the Dalek, though.
Oh, yeah, the Dalek. He's one from 2012.
My father was a film cameraman on Doctor Who.
Ah,
He shot all the early Doctor Who's, the
Wow,
first like
that's-
2 or 3 series. Yeah,
That's
I'll
cool.
tell you a funny story. When I used to do them for Ricardo, I once went into a house in Putney, into the kitchen. The first thing I saw in there was a full-size Dalek.
wow.
Turned out to be a director on all the Superman films.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Oh,
no way.
wow, that is
Yeah.
I bet
cool.
he's got some stories.
Yeah, that's really.
Oh, I can tell you, I've done it to Elton John, Jeremy Kyle, Prime Minister number 10, all people like that.
Oh, wow.
Well, so it's a shame you can't have your camera handy when you meet these people as well.
Yeah,
then.
Just to make sure you get a model release.
I think it's on Elton John's Opez foot.
That's
wow.
cool.
Well, I'll tell you what, Colin, we got to wrap this up. It's been actually so fun to talk to you. I guess before you go, what bit of advice can you leave with the rest of the members that are watching this on selling on Photo4me?
All I can say is upload a variety of photographs and have a variety of photographs in your portfolio, and someone out there somewhere will buy it.
There you go.
Fantastic.
The wise words of Colin, who is almost at 300 sales.
Yeah, okay.
No pressure, Colin.
Yeah, come on.
I'm working on it now later on this afternoon.
We'll
We
get
will
you back
get-
on when you hit 300. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
definitely.
promise.
All right, well, Colin, thanks a lot for joining us. It was really great to chat to you, and we hope you have a good evening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers.
See you,
All right, see you
Take
later,
care.
Colin.
Colin.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Oh, well, thanks a lot for coming on, Colin. I guess the big takeaway is to get uploading, have a diverse portfolio, and be really proactive on social media. He mentioned that he's sharing his stuff into a lot of groups, which is definitely maximizing his reach. And speaking of social
Excellent.
media,
Well, thanks so much
we're
for joining
finally-
today, and we will see you very soon. Bye.
Thanks
Cheers.
a lot, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.